charge, as it were. So it's going to be a very interesting battle. But the man on the front row of the grid, on the inside line, is the man that thus far nobody this weekend has beaten in a straight fight. He is Mari Boya, the local favourite and the man everybody wants to beat on this grid. He has been invincible all weekend. Fastest in practice, 1 and 2. Fastest in qualifying. Winner once, twice, 3 times for perfection. And now he's going to try and do it all again in the pre-final. So let's see if Mari Boya can be defeated. There is one man who is likely to be able to give him a real threat of a challenge, provided he gets a good start from the outside line, and that man is Alex Lloyd, who has won nearly everything he has started thus far this weekend. The only man to beat him is Mari Boya, the Dan Holland Racing driver, having done an incredible job. Then there is the man, of course, who won the only race that neither Mari Boya or Alex Lloyd was entered into, the final heat of yesterday, and that man is the Brit Georgi Dimitrov, who lines up on the inside line for this pre-final, and that is crucial. Potentially, Georgi Dimitrov could get a jump on Alex Lloyd and go hammer and tongs with Mari Boya. That is the plan, at least, and he definitely has the opportunity to do it. But there are 3 drivers in particular, very close to them all, who might just steal an upset and have plenty of reason to do so. The first of those is the Estonian, Rimo Kadapik. Over 1 lap, he can be particularly fast. He was the fastest of all of the X30 juniors in warm-up yesterday, so the Estonian knows how to put himself in the right place at the right time, and he's very good at getting his elbows out. He could be very much a threat to the guys at the front. On that third row of the grid, we have the Swedish racer, who races under a Spanish license, of course, Robin Norman. He could be particularly competitive here today. Don't forget, he missed all of practice on Friday, and then went fastest in his qualifying group, so he knows exactly how to be fast. He loves this circuit in particular, so he knows his way around here particularly well. And then there is the real underdog within the top 6, the British boy wonder, Josh Ratican. Now, Josh is going to be a particularly interesting one to watch because, of course, Josh is on a bit of a fight back at the moment. He had a bit of an injury at the midway point of last year during his British season campaign, had a double femur fracture, which he sustained in testing. This is only his second week returning to competitive competition. So considering that, and he's right up in the top 6 against 40 other competitors, Josh Ratican is surprising everybody here this weekend. Although, of course, 12 months ago, he was 3rd place in the X30 Junior Winter Cup. So he does know exactly how to get it done here. But he's back into position. He's back in contention. Is he going to bring a surprise to the party? From the outside line, it will be tough. There's no doubt about that. But there is definitely an opportunity to make a break. Then there's the 4 drivers who have made their way into the top 10 and definitely, again, have a chance to spring a surprise on the 6 in front. There is the Estonian, Ronan Patrick Akala, from 7th on the grid. He will be mighty if he gets a good opportunity. And from that inside line, there's likely to be one. There's the Flying Scotsman on the 4th row of the grid, Cian Shields, the independent, who has absolutely risen to the challenge in his first ever European weekend and could well be one of the best drivers in this entire field by the end of the day. The Spaniard, Tommy Pintos, has been incredibly feisty. Great overtaking moves, complete and total conviction and belief in his own ability. He is there in the top 10 purely on merit. And then there's the Pole, who crept into the mix very quietly over the course of the 2 or 3 days, Jerzy Spinkovic, very fast, very talented. So that's just 10 of the drivers in the pre-final who could be in the mix. But there's plenty of drivers to talk about, so let's go through them all. Boya and Lloyd on the front of the grid, Dimitrov and Kadapik on the 2nd row, Norman and Ratican on the 3rd, Hakala and Shields, Pintos and Spinkovic rounding out the top 10. Then there's Oliver Behrman and Isidro Callejas, Lewis Gilbert and Lorenzo Flusha, Zach Ripley and Cesar Gazzo, Vilgot Edqvist and Hugo Belderomov, Guillaume de Oliveira and Josh McLean, Eric Alanis Bosch and Josh Rowledge, Max Meyer and Ken Oscar Algra. There's Ivan Lomliev and Victor Pardo, Felix Aparicio and Alex Ivanov, Adam Reshepi and Daniel Nogales, the first 2 home in the repechage, Dan Gregor, Matis Malinovskis, Zach Meekin, and Lola Lovinfoss. So Lola Lovinfoss, after the penalties added, has made the final. That is interesting, has made the pre-final. So obviously it looks as though there are a couple of penalties added to a few drivers. So the official 6 to get through then in the order of the classification is Aaron Reshepi, Daniel Nogales, Daniel Gregor, Matis Malanovskis, Zach Meakin, and the French lady, Lola Lovenfoss, who fought her way so valiantly to 8th on the road, but with penalties, she makes herself into the pre-final. Good for her. And that means to say that we have at least one lady in each of the Junior and Senior X30 pre-finals, with Matilda Olsen booking her own place in the Senior X30 final. That one is coming up after this one, don't forget. And we'll give you the grid for that one as soon as we receive it. But now the drivers are getting ready for the off in the X30 Junior pre-final. Marty Boyer versus Alex Lloyd. The last time these two went to battle yesterday, Alex Lloyd got hung out to dry a little bit on the outside line, and we didn't really get to see what Alex Lloyd could properly do in a straight fight with Mari Boyer, because by the time he got back into second place, Mari Boyer was already long gone. If Alex Lloyd gets a good start this time, it could be Battle Royale and a precursor to what we'll see in the final. Boyer, Lloyd, Dimitrov, Kadapik, Norman, Ratican, Hakala, Shields, Pintos, and Spinkovic. Even Behrman and Kaliejas on the 6th row makes this particularly spicy. I am looking forward to this one immensely. Hang on to something and grab a good seat, because this one is going to be worth every second. The even side looks good this time. Away we go! Good start by Dimitrov. Lloyd is going to try and hold his position to the middle of the circuit. He's going to get swamped if he's not careful. He holds it around the outside. Lloyd is going to be there in about 5th or 6th position as he comes through. Mari Boyer leads the way. Georgia Dimitrov is second. That is the 46 in 3rd position. A cracking start from Akala. As the rest of the field makes its way through, it's all just about even Steven, as though somebody's gone off on the exit of 4. But they're all just about there or thereabouts. So the first 3 are Boyer, Dimitrov, and Akala. So Marty Boyer just settling himself into a rhythm. He knows this place so well. This is practically his back garden as far as Spanish motorsport is concerned. He loves this circuit so much, and he wants to disappear into the distance. But he's going to have a tough job. There are some amazing drivers behind him trying to make up the difference. And we're seeing quite a few drivers already on the offensive as they fight their way through. Now, is this going to be Hakala for second on Dimitrov? Yes, it is. Hakala gets through, so he's up in a P2. Right behind Dimitrov is the 28 across the line. That is Tommy Pintos. Then it's Alex Lloyd, Norman, Kadapik, Radican, Bierman, Shields, Spinkovic, Gilbert, Ripley, Gazzo, and Belderumov. An amazing scrap. And Marty Boyer is disappearing. Alex Lloyd needs to get on with this, and there's a little bit of a tussle as Alex Lloyd tries to make the move, doesn't make it stick on Norman. Kadapik's trying to come through on the inside, and Kadapik does get through. And there's a bit of a squabble for third between Dimitrov and Tommy Pintos. Pintos goes a little bit wide. And that's going to drop him into the clutches of Alex Lloyd. Alex Lloyd, and that looks like Rama Kadapik trying to get through as well. Kadapik does something inside of Tommy Pintos. Robin Norman is just sitting back waiting for an opportunity. The Swede on the inside now of Kadapik. And they're both on the inside of Pintos. They both sweep by. Terrific stuff. Mari Boyer leading the way. Kadapik in second position. Hakala in second position. Kadapik now fights his way back on the inside of Robin Norman and then goes over the chicane. There's a bit of a battle as Oliver Behrman now tries to make his way on the inside of Tommy Pintos. Oliver Behrman is charging here, having an absolute rout of a race here as he makes his way through several places. But Marty Boyer has got a convincing advantage already. Hakala, Dimitrov, Alex Lloyd is far. Then there's contact. There's contact in the middle. That is Jerzyk Spinkovic, who has come together with Zach Ripley. Dear oh dear, they were battling away just outside the outskirts of the top 10, and that is their chances of a front row position pretty much evaporated. What a shame for Ripley and Spinkovic. But this is always going to be the case. There's so many talented racing drivers, and there's only so many who can get into the top 6. They are going to have to fight for it. But out in front, nobody can get near Marty Boyer. He is absolutely dominant here. In such a competitive field, it is sensational that this guy is just so strong. He just keeps on going. Hakala second, Dimitrov third, doing a brilliant job. That is Hakala. No, it's Lloyd in second. My apologies. They are such similar liveried carts, Lloyd and Hakala. I got them confused. It is Alex Lloyd in second place. Now, Lloyd and Dimitrov know each other of old in second and third place. So with Lloyd in second and Dimitrov in third, maybe they can work together to close up on Boyer, and then both of them will have a chance to crack the whip. It might be their only chance to beat Boyer on pure pace, Because once again, that's a good gap that Marty Boyer's got. But he makes a mistake at turn 10 there. Is the pressure getting to Marty Boyer a little bit? Because Lloyd and Dimitrov are definitely reeling him in. Lloyd and Dimitrov, both faster in the first split. Lloyd faster in the second split. Marty Boyer definitely starting to feel the pressure cooker for the first time really this weekend. And Lloyd is charging. 10 laps in this race. Alex Lloyd has got to go for it. He knows that the man in front of him is the only man that's beaten him in a fair fight this weekend. But he's not really been in a fair fight with him all weekend. Now, Vilga Edfost is going to make the move up the inside. Sorry, that's Flusha make the move on the inside of Hugo Belderomov further back with Josh McLean keeping a watching brief. Great battles all the way through as up the inside. That is the recovering Ken-Oscar Algra. The Estonian trying to move his way through as well. But it's Boyer, Lloyd, Dimitrov, Hakala, Radican, Pintos, Kanapik. Kian Shields is up to 8th now in front of Oliver Behrman. So good battles all around the circuit as again Shields defends from Oliver Behrman in their battle for 8th position. Rounding out the top 10 is the Frenchman, Cesar Gazzo. So that is the top 10 at the moment. Alex Lloyd knuckling down, biting into the cart as he pushes desperately to try and chip away at that advantage of Marty Boyer. 5 laps down and 5 to go. It's all down to Lloyd and Dimitrov. Can they close in? 4th and 5th position is going to be debated here. Hakala has got Ratican and Pintos for company. Ratican dives up the inside, so too does Pintos. Ratican heads the battle now as he moves up into 4th position. Josh Ratican, what a comeback this is for Josh Ratican in the world of karting. Only returning to competitive racing last week and already right back at the front in X30. Magnificent stuff from the junior race. So Josh Ratican in P4. I'm sure that the folks back home in Sheffield will be absolutely delighted with the work Radican is putting on against the might of Tommy Pintos and Hakala in 6th position. But Marty Boyer still trying to get away from Alex Lloyd and Georgi Dimitrov. It's stalemate at the front at the moment. Marty Boyer slightly faster in the first sector. Alex Lloyd slightly faster in the second sector. There is nothing to choose between them. If Lloyd could just be slotted right in behind Marty Boyer at the start of the race, then maybe we'd have a tighter fight. But the difficulty is Lloyd has got to make up a massive gap by the time he gets into 2nd position because Marty Boyer has got clear. Amazing stuff and a great battle all around the circuit as now the 5th position battle has been left. Josh Ratican is disappearing and we've got Hakala and Pintos battling away for position. Pintos has got through into 5th position. Then comes Kadapik. Kian Shields in front of Oliver Behrman. And rounding out the top 10 still is Cesar Gazzo. Then it's McLean in front of Flushacross, Belderomov, Apadithio, Lomliev, Nogales, Rolich, Ripley, Kalejas, Alanis Bosch rounding out the top 20. I have to say, great fight back this from Daniel Nogales. Nogales, who was 2nd in the repechage. Well, Nogales now finds himself in 16th position, having made up 14 places. Good job from him. So how has everybody else been doing? Well, we've only got 3 retirements thus far. Robin Norman has retired from the, has dropped down to 32nd, I should say. I thought he'd retired from the race, but he's been in a couple of incidents, Robin Norman, and now finds himself right down at the back. The only retirement is Victor Pardo at the moment. Battle's moving forward as a couple of drivers have lost ground. But look at how close Alex Lloyd is to Marty Boyer now. 3 laps to go, and he might just catch him. Oh, Marty Boyer's feeling the heat now. Alex Lloyd is definitely breathing down his neck, and he knows it. Alex Lloyd has got a chance here. Georgi Dimitrov needs to stay as close to these two as he can, because if they start to battle, he may get a chance to get onto the front row. Marty Boyer versus Alex Lloyd. This is the fight we've been waiting for, and Alex Lloyd is reeling him in. Down the back straight. Boyer will have a little bit of a gap to Alex Lloyd, but it's not much, and he'll definitely get the slipstream. Lloyd is definitely closing in on Marty Boyer down to the chicane. If he gets a good run, he might even get a move on him into the first corner. Here he comes, out of the final stretch. Alex Lloyd is right behind Marty Boyer, and he knows it. Here he goes. Alex Lloyd is going to make the move on Boyer, and he's through. Alex Lloyd takes the lead. Marty Boyer is finally vanquished for the moment, but can he fight back? Alex Lloyd is leading. An absolutely amazing moment in this X30 Junior final. Pre-final, I should say, because the next one could well be the deciding factor, but if Lloyd can get on the inside, it'll be all up to Marty Boyer. Here we go, down the short stretch to turn 10. Can Marty Boyer fight back? No, not if Alex Lloyd's got anything to say about it. The Dan Holland racing driver doing an absolutely amazing job against the Kids to Win Competición y España driver. Marty Boyer right on the back of Alex Lloyd, and they're pushing to get away from Georgi Dimitrov, but Marty Boyer's a shrewd operator. Here he goes into the chicane. Alex Lloyd defends beautifully. Moves across 1 inch to the right, and that's enough to hold Marty Boyer at bay. Now he's going ultra defensive. 1 lap to go, and Marty Boyer swings across. Alex Lloyd cannot afford to let him get by now. Oh, this is close. Georgi Dimitrov staying quite nearby just in case. And Josh Radican in 4th position. Good pass there side by side. Alex Lloyd defends from Marty Boyer again. Oh, beautiful. This way and that way, banging wheels and barge boards as Alex Lloyd defending big style from Marty Boyer. Georgi Dimitrov is getting closer all the time. If Marty Boyer's not careful, he could even lose second. Oh, Marty Boyer right round the outside. Oh my word! Somehow he finds the space to get it done on the outside, and Alex Lloyd can't get through again. Oh my goodness! Down the back straight. And Marty Boyer, Alex Lloyd and Georgi Dimitrov are going to battle into the final chicane. Watch for Dimitrov. He's going to get very close to the line. Push him to the far side. Boyer will defend to the inside line. And this is going to be close to the line. Alex Lloyd gets a good sprint. Boyer will get there in front of Lloyd and Dimitrov. Wow-wee! Oh my word, that was so close. 0.082 of a second. Boyer just hangs on from Alex Lloyd. Oh, wow. Where did he put off that move on the outside of 10? Goodness me. I have not seen a battle like that for a long time. That was dogged determination. That was knowledge of the track and knowing where he could break, Marty Boyer. Alex Lloyd was defending so valiantly to the inside that Boyer got him, caught him napping on the outside into 10, and that was where the race was won. Marty Boyer wins from Alex Lloyd and Georgi Dimitrov. Josh Radican in 4th place from Tommy Pintos and Ronan Patrick Hakala. Rimo Kanapik in 7th from Kian Shields, Oliver Behrman and Cesar Gazzo in the top 10. Lorenzo Flushacross and Josh McLean in 11th and 12th place from Zach Ripley and Hugo Belderomov. Great work from Daniel Nogales, who made 15 places to finish 15th. Good job from the Spaniard. Ivan Lomliev, Josh Rowledge, Eric Alanis Bosch, Vilgar Edqvist, and Alex Ivanov, who made up 8 places of his own. Lomliev actually made up 9 as well, so good job from the Brit. They all make the top 20. Lewis Gilbert did not have the greatest of races from his point of view. 21st, although he does have the inside line for the final, and he'll be very glad about that. Isidro Callejas, who had a nightmare race in the end, dropping